And joining us now to speak on the reopening of churches is Pastor Bisi Akintoye Johnson. He is the group pastor of Christ Embassy, Yaba, Lagos, Zone 3, Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming.
So we are very glad, we're happy with the announcements. When it came, of course, we started hearing about that in other states. That ban, the restriction on especially religious gatherings being lifted, and now it has come sort of full circle. What was the initial reaction when you heard about that?
Well, I expected it. The Bible says that when the cloud was full of rain, it just emptied itself. The storm started gathering about 7 weeks ago, when a man of God, Reverend Akintoye, started setting the agenda and started sensitizing the people. All over Nigeria, it became a topic for discussion.
Yeah.
And before you know it, those who were complacent started talking. Yes. Relevant questions were asked. If you allow the market in Nigerian setting, in Lagos State setting, our markets are not as organized as you have in other climes.
Yes.
They are open places where people go and do all sorts. If you allow those markets to operate, why are you stopping the church from congregating? Why are you not allowing congregants to congregate? It's a basic question. Yes. And those in authorities were not able to answer. We are a religious country. We thank God for that. So those who are either governors or senators, they profess one religion or the other. So they were also challenged.
Yeah. Because
now you are in government, you are a Christian, but the church is not allowed to meet. What is the reason? When the fundamentals of the gospel is that how beautiful, how good is for brethren to come together in unity. And that we are not supposed to forsake the assembly of brethren, as some are always doing. So those are the basic questions. So it was just, in fact, the federal government saying that let's allow churches to meet is a safe phasing measure, because that's the embarrassment of the continual closure of churches was getting too much.
Yes, sir. And Pastor, when the presidential task force actually made the announcement that churches, the ban has been lifted, now they said that they've handed over to states and all of that. Now there are still gray areas where they say that the churches will follow guidelines. Now, what's your thoughts? What's your reaction on that?
You see, my thought is very easy and very simple about that. Everybody must be vigilant. The protocols that a state is going to set, we have to engage them. We are not supposed to allow ourselves to take half bread. In this case, half bread is not better than none. Yes. We want the full bread.
Exactly.
It is our, constitutionally, we have a right to propagate our religion, our beliefs, our faith. It's a constitutional right. And it's not just a constitutional right, it's a natural right.
Yes.
Jurisprudentially, it's a natural right. So we cannot, I won't say thank you for what they've done. No. If you give me what belongs to me, I can't say thank you for it. Because you're not supposed to have taken it in the first place.
Yes.
That you took it is an aberration. And I won't congratulate you for addressing the aberration. So to engage the different state governors is now our next agenda. In Nigeria, we engage them. We make sure that all what we're supposed to do, we are doing. Okay. We should congregate without any shackles. There was no shackles before. Those who put the shackles there should remove the shackles. And we are not going to thank them for removing the shackles, because we are not supposed to be shackled before.
Okay.
So that's it.
So by way of engagement, you mean because in some other states, when that announcement came, they said that the decisions they took were also based on recommendations by religious leaders in that way, like them giving input and all of that. So you're looking at a situation where there is a forum or a platform for discourse and perhaps
Okay, I will tell you,
with
without mentioning specifics,
okay.
We have pressure groups in terms of religious organization in Nigeria. There is an umbrella body, but within that umbrella body, the earthquake is happening. Because some of the things the umbrella body says, some people are saying, no, you can say that.
Exactly.
You cannot tell us you want to regulate how we are going to meet. No, we go to church. Laying of hands is part of going to church. Pray for the sick is part of going to church. Water baptism is part of going to church. Raising up your hands to pray is part of going to church. So you can't, it's inconsistent with the scripture. So our umbrella body, they are being challenged inside the house. So the earthquake is not coming from outside, it's coming from inside. Yeah. And it's good. Why? Because somebody set out to show that, look, this thing is an abnormality. And evil prevail when good people keep quiet. Right. Our pastor refused to keep quiet. He engaged them publicly, privately, spoke to the whole world, and the narrative started changing.
Exactly. Now, Pastor, as a pastor of a congregation, now what would you advise the members of the church? How would they comport themselves by the time they return to church on Sunday? Or would be the words that you would
But they've never been out of church. I don't know that church, but in our own church,
in the body,
they've never been out of church. What they've not done is to come to the on-site platform.
Yes.
The church has continued.
Yes, exactly.
In a very effective way. But now, opportunity, not even opportunity, what belongs to us has been restored back to us. The choice of having our on-site church going on. My advice, go to a church and enjoy the beauty of coming together as brethren.
Exactly.
All those other things, I don't understand what they are saying. In the marketplace, did they regulate how people enter the marketplace? Are there any to enter the market? Are there any guidelines to enter the bus? So there are no guidelines. So why should we have guidelines to come and enter the church?
Church building.
Meanwhile, I have engaged people. I said, the Bible says, inside church, there is healing.
Exactly.
So if somebody says he's sick, where should he go? He chooses church. That is where the healing power is.
Okay.
That will be manifested.
Exactly.
He said, and the healing power of God was present to heal the sick. Exactly. The healing power of God is present in the church to heal the sick.
Yes, sir.
All right, what a gathering that is going to be, and a lot of people are already getting set for that moment, just like other churches have been. But thank you so much,
it's
Pastor.
Nice to be.
Thank you so much,
Pastor,
for
Pastor
coming.
Bisi Akintoye Johnson, the group pastor, Christ Embassy, Yaba, Lagos, Zone 3, also is a legal practitioner. So there is that. Thank you so much
for
being on LN News. In a moment, it will be time for the diplomatic brief. Don't go away.